Buckle up your pant legs, zip up your hats, and say a prayer to anime Jesus. It's time for Sounds About Light, a podcast about Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. I'm Sam.
And I'm Drew. And Sam,
Uh-huh.
I didn't think there'd be so many hard G words in this game.
Oh, did I not tell you that? Well, it is a soft G.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
but
this is the episode of Dream Drop Distance where they decided to say a whole lot of slurs.
Yeah, which I realize, I suppose I didn't know that was a slur. Well, I probably knew that like 10 years ago.
Yeah, a lot of people are still learning that the G word for Romani people is not cool to say.
When did this game come out?
When did this game come out?
Yeah.
Oh god, it was probably like 2010?
Yeah, okay.
I should know this.
And I guess also, like, you know, I suppose it is one thing if it's like, I think it is just, you know, Hunchback of Notre Dame is just a real outlier in the whole Disney catalog for a lot of reasons, and that's one of them, which is like, you know, in this case, I guess it is appropriate for characters to be saying it if, like, in historical context they would be, I suppose.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, whenever I look into anything with Disney's Hunchback of Notre Dame, I'm always thinking, it sounds like what this is based on is probably pretty interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then they made it into a very strange movie. I mean, I loved that movie as a kid.
Well, would you love it if Kingdom Hearts sanded all the edges off of it and, like... And then added a bunch of weird...
I would say that Dream Drop Distance has maybe 90 seconds of the movie.
Yeah, but sometimes you just watch it.
Yeah, it's so weird. 2012, the game came out.
Okay. Yeah. I think not as many people knew to not say that word at that point.
Yeah. We talked last week about the intro with the pages flying around as they played Orchestral Simple and Clean. Did you go back and look? Because I did. I
did not.
So, yeah, we were wondering if it was maybe referencing the Book of Prophecies or maybe it was just like sheet music or something. It is a pop-up book and the characters are like springing out of the pages. So I think that we are alluding to the Book of Prophecies, which is pretty funny because we still don't know what it is.
Yeah. It's been mentioned one time in another side game.
Yeah, I honestly don't even remember if it comes up in this one at all. I don't know why they did that.
Just gotta fit it in there somewhere so the real heads know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they did that is a thing that I could and probably will say quite a lot about this game.
Mm-hmm.
Where did we leave off? I think that it was just Sora left Traverse Town, and Riku did also.
Yeah, that ended
I don't
in...
remember what was going on. Who cares?
Yeah, some stuff with Tui, and now we are at... we're at Hunchback Notre Dame world.
Oh yeah, I did want to ask before we get into it properly, what did you think generally of these two worlds? We got Hunchback of Notre Dame and we got Tron Legacy.
I think that this game seems fun, but these are bad.
That is correct.
Some of it's... Yeah.
I did say right before we started recording, I think they really front-loaded the worst parts of this game.
Yeah, I think, like, surprisingly, Hunchback is better than Tron, and some of it's just that, like, watching Tron Legacy is not a good time, and you watch a lot of Tron Legacy during Tron World.
Yeah. I'm really trying to decide whether I think the grid is worse than Port Royal.
I think Port Royal was worse still, honestly, but I don't know, because at least I think sometimes Tron's cool. I think Tron's cool to look at sometimes.
True. I hate Tron Legacy so much. Anyway,
I remembered it fondly, but I haven't seen it since it came out, and maybe I shouldn't.
I was a Tron enjoyer. I had only seen it once, but I liked it quite a lot when I saw Tron as a kid. I was probably in middle school or so. So when I heard that they were making a sequel and that Daft Punk was going to be in it, I was like, yes, this is going to be so cool. And man, I I really did not like that movie. Anyway, Sora arrives in France for the second time in his life, but not the last, because he'll be going back to France later in this very same game.
Huh. Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I bet I know where. He's just in historical France now.
Yeah, and the first thing that happens to him is that he crosses paths with Frollo, old Judge Frollo, who is not a priest. Interesting that Disney was so nervous about getting involved with religion in this movie that they made him a judge and not a priest. But they were totally cool with all the stuff about, like, ethnic cleansing.
Sure, and he still just says he's doing everything in the name of God, so you didn't really get that far away from it.
Yeah. I mean, I certainly did not remember that he wasn't a priest. I always remembered him as a priest.
Yeah. Right, and, like, I don't know. I have no way of knowing if this judge works for the church or not. He lives in it and runs it, apparently, so I don't... he might as well be a priest.
The first thing that happens to Sora is that he crosses paths with Frollo, who looks at his disgusting attire and accuses him of being a slur. Yeah.
To be fair, it is very colorful and fanciful, so I could see why he made that mistake.
Captain Phoebus arrives and says the monsters have invaded the square. Sora runs off to fight them. Frollo stands there and sort of internal monologues about how racist he is, and he glows purple with darkness thinking about it.
Yeah, that's called foreshadowing.
I am ever so racist.
Yeah, and then is this when Quasimodo jumps out?
Yes, Quasimodo, we kind of cut to the middle of the, like, what is it, the Feast of Fools or whatever?
Oh, yeah. Oh, right, this is so bizarre.
Because we have no context for this. So Sora just, like, finds Quasimodo, like, wearing the cape and the crown or whatever. Or is it, like, a jester's hat? It's been a long time.
It's like a jester's hat. It's like motley, kind of.
Yeah, and he's riding a Dream Eater elephant, and there's cheering sounds in the background. The invisible townspeople love it.
And he's like, yeah, I'm the king of fools.
And then the elephant just, like, bucks him off, and Esmeralda arrives, leads Quasimodo to safety. Sora fights. You know how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny because, like, it's funny to do it this way because the Festival of Fools or whatever it is, from what I remember in the movie, is, like, super pivotal. That's, like, where he gets reinforced that people will find him ugly and scary.
Oh, is that not the cold open of the film?
It's also not the cold open of the film, and also doesn't happen here. He just gets bucked off of a funny elephant.
Right, this is, right, just like in the movie, this is where he learns that it's bad to ride an elephant because it'll buck you off.
Yeah, I'm glad I learned that. Moment.
I mean, Jesus Christ, I don't remember what the, like, emotional character arc for Quasimodo is in the movie, but in this, they keep talking about how, like, you know, what Frollo did was pretty bad, but it's not as bad as what you did to yourself, Quasimodo. Maybe that is in the movie, but I suspect that if that is in the movie, it's probably better executed than it is here, because in this, it's really wild.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and, you know, I don't really want... we've mentioned we don't want these to just be, let's watch the movie. But unfortunately, this time, it is let's watch the movie, but let's watch... let's watch it with, like, almost no context and, like, no connecting tissue.
And no music.
And no music, true.
Because, yeah, like we learned last time, a lot of Dream Drop Distance is going to be, like, sort of cutaway flashback scenes.
Right, yeah.
And... In the Disney worlds, we didn't get this in Traverse Town because the flashback cutscenes were to Yen Sid's tower, but in the Disney worlds, a lot of them will literally just be, here, you might be kind of confused what the Disney world is about here. Let's just show you a scene from the movie that Sora and Riku aren't at because it happened before they got here.
We couldn't have done this any other way.
God. Sora goes into the cathedral to check on Quasimodo and finds him introducing Esmeralda to the big bells. The gargoyles start talking, and Sora goes, "Wow, a talking gargoyles!"
Yeah, didn't expect that.
Did you expect that Jason Alexander would be here?
I did not expect to hear Jason Alexander. I was like, is that actually him? It really sounds like him.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, the other male gargoyle is also the original voice actor, but I think the old lady gargoyle has long since passed away. But they got 2 of the 3.
It's impressive. Jason Alexander's kind of a nerd, from what I understand, so maybe that's why he's here.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
He looks like such a jock. I'm sorry, Jason.
Yeah, I'm a jock, and I'm going to go kick his ass.
This is the episode where we take a quick field trip to go beat up Jason Alexander.
He deserved
for
it.
wearing glasses.
Yeah, that's right. I'm definitely not wearing glasses right now.
Yeah, me either. Yes, you hear my voice reflecting off of my lenses. So yeah, Sora is just like standing out of focus in the background as Quasimodo. Like, oh my god, this cut is so funny because we're just like cutting back and forth between Quasimodo and Esmeralda talking about the plot, and then Sora in the background staring at them. They literally don't even know that he's here right now, and they don't interact with him whatsoever. And then it gets to the part where Quasimodo says something about like, oh, the leaving's not safe, something, but who said we're taking the door, or whatever he said. And then he picks her up and jumps out the window, and then we just cut to Sora, who goes, didn't expect that.
Yeah, no, that is the ultimate. Sora's not really a part of this story.
He's not even really that engaged with it. Like, we've seen times when he's been like in the background, like cheering and fist pumping with the plot of the movie, but this time he's just like, oh, that was weird.
Oh, they're kind of dating, I guess. I don't know. And then
What's
like,
going on there?
Yeah, he really only engages during this plot when he has to fight somebody.
Yeah, which is pretty much how I engaged with it when I played it.
That's fair. Yeah, and is this where we get the flashback scene of just Frollo abusing Quasimodo for a while?
Yes, and this is the song Out There from the movie, but he's just saying it. He's like,
yeah,
you are ugly, and they will find you disgusting, Quasimodo. I am your only friend.
I'm your friend, but please continue to call me Master. Should I start calling you Master, Sam? I was wondering. Would that be appropriate?
If you called me Master?
Yeah, it's like what friends do, apparently, right?
Wait, have you not been calling me Master this whole time?
No?
That's really rude of you.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Master.
No problem, Master. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know why they thought that it would be a good idea to adapt a song into just a chat. It's really weird.
Maybe you don't have to pay. Well, but like you don't have to pay royalties. You're already got Disney's license.
It's right. This is the same thing that happened in the Beauty and the Beast world in Kingdom Hearts 2, where they're dancing in the ballroom and it's just silence.
Yeah. Also, big cowards for not doing Hellfire.
Yeah.
But I guess Kingdom Hearts maybe doesn't have room for a guy singing about how horny he is to have sex or kill a lady.
When they started doing the series, they worked out a deal that they would get to say the word hell one time, and they blew it on Maleficent saying it in Birth by Sleep.
Yeah, he says it a lot of times in that song, too, so that's too bad.
Yeah, so he spoken words out there to Quasimodo. Sora... We cut back to Sora, and he's just like, wow, it seems like Quasimodo has made his heart into a prison. That sucks that he did that. What was he thinking?
Yeah, it's so funny they're like blaming him for it and not like I guess it is a choice to do that, but literally he's been like gaslit by this one crazy old guy his entire life.
Who literally keeps him in a tower.
Yeah.
In rags.
Yeah.
Sora goes outside and sees Captain Phoebus again, who is no longer wearing his armor, and he's just wearing rags. And Phoebus is just like, Frollo fired me. I got fired.
I wasn't killing...
Because I wasn't racist enough.
Yeah, I wasn't killing well enough. Oh.
Frollo sucks. He says that Frollo has found the Court of Miracles where Esmeralda's people are living. And then they just look over and see Quasimodo holding a necklace, and he's like, Esmeralda gave this to me. It's a map of the city.
Oh.
And Sora, I love Sora's line here where he goes, yeah, Quasi, nice. And I think Quasimodo just says, yes.
Yes, this is nice.
Yeah, Quasi, nice. Yes.
What is going on here? Why is it like this? I mean, again, I haven't seen the movie in a long time. I didn't watch it in preparation for this because that felt like it would have been a waste of time. But I'm pretty sure that in the movie, when she like gives him the pendant and disappears and gives him like a little riddle about holding the city in your hand or whatever, I don't think that he immediately solves it.
No, I think there's some time between that and then Phoebus showing up being like, we gotta find her.
Yeah, but they just go straight there. I mean, we're skipping probably quite a bit of gameplay, but they go straight there.
Yeah.
And she's, despite giving them the necklace and the clue, she's like shocked that they're here. She's like, how did you find it?
Yeah, I didn't even... What? That thing's a map? I had no idea.
Do you think, like, obviously there's no NPCs in this game, besides the characters that we talk to, because it's a DS game that's also Kingdom Hearts. But do you think that the idea was that, like, her family was, like, glaring at her, and she's like, I don't know how they found the place?
Right, yeah, we didn't get to render them, but you're supposed to feel those eyes on her, you know? Or maybe it was on the second screen. Didn't make it notice.
Yeah, I actually don't know what they were doing with the second screen, because I only played the PlayStation version.
Yeah.
Probably nothing that interesting.
You probably had to, like, swipe a symbol on the stylus at some point or something.
That was the reality shifts were touchscreen stuff. But this was probably firmly in the era of DS game development where where developers realized most of the time there's not really anything good to use that touchscreen for besides a menu.
Or a map. That's always good when there's just a map there permanently. I like that.
Yeah, it's probably a map.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on Wikipedia right now. Do they have a screenshot? No. Anyway.
Too bad.
They warn her that Frollo is coming, and then Frollo arrives. He has Dream Eaters here. He's just got, like, an army of Dream Eaters.
I do love that he just thinks that God has granted him the ability to to summon Dream Eaters.
He literally says that later, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, which is great. I love that.
Yeah, God gave me these things. It's great. And he grabs Esmeralda and is like, I'm going to go burn her in the square. And what happened here? Sora, like, tries to attack him, but gets, like, clonked on the back of the head, probably by a Dream Eater.
I thought this was just him falling asleep because Riku was taking over.
No, that doesn't happen at this point in the game. That's just at the start.
Oh, I guess he got clonked then.
Yeah, he got clonked. He wakes up and everyone is gone. I can see why you would think that. That is exactly what happened when he and Riku were falling asleep before, but no.
Oh, okay.
By the way, okay, we go to the part where she's like on the platform in the town square, and he's like built a bonfire or whatever they call it, the stake. And in the movie, he like lights the fire, and it's like slowly creeping up towards her feet, and she's like, no, and then Quasimodo saves her. She is fully on fire in this.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's just touching her. She's fine.
Well, she is a witch.
Oh, yeah, it's true. This confirmation, she's a witch.
Quasimodo swings down. Frollo just stands there and does nothing as he unties her and swings away. It takes so long.
Takes so long. And at this point in the movie, isn't, like, Quasimodo all, like, fucked up and, like... Because I remember them, like, being, like, ripped out of his shirt and all beat up at when he saves Esmeralda.
That I don't remember. That was the part where he's like chained up and he has to like break the chains.
Yeah, and I think he does that right before he saves her. But in this case, he's pristine. He just shows up and saves her.
Yeah, I mean, they spent all the budget on Frollo's outfit change. They don't have one for him.
Oh, right, yeah.
Speaking of characters just watching passively as things happen, Sora just stands there and watches and then goes, "Way to go, Quasi!"
I was going to let her burn. I could have done like 5 kinds of magic to stop that, but I didn't.
That is very true. I could have used Blizzard. No need. And he does the thing where he lands back on the cathedral and he holds her above his head and yells, "Sanctuary!" Which means nothing to us in this game.
Yeah, I think we maybe hear about Sanctuary in the Riku side of the story.
Yeah, I remember this scene,
yes,
of course.
Big.
I remember him yelling "Sanctuary." I don't really remember what it meant. It's something to do with, like, the church is sanctuary and you can't touch her if she's here or something like that.
Yeah, that's why he didn't want her to leave, because Frollo won't hurt her if she's in the church.
Right. But yeah, that has not come up in the game at all. So he just yells it. And also in the movie, he's yelling it to, like, a huge crowd of people with torches, like, filling the square.
Right, and that's what I'm thinking. This is where his shirt's all ripped, and he's, like, holding her up over his head, and she's, like, passed out, and, yeah, it's much cooler in the movie.
Yeah, but in this, because, again, it's Kingdom Hearts. I was surprised, though. I was like, I can't believe they didn't even do, like, little, like, blurry pixel people in the distance. No, it's just an empty square, and I guess he's just yelling it at Frollo and Sora.
Or a sea of Dream Eaters, that would have been good.
Sure, that'd be cool.
Yeah. No, he's just yelling. He's just letting everyone know about Sanctuary, the 2 people that are there. I do remember as a kid, my sisters and I liked to raise, like, Barbies and other, like, toys above our heads and yell Sanctuary around the time this movie came out.
That's really good.
It is very good.
So Sora and Frollo start to chase after him, but Sora is interrupted when a giant gargoyle nightmare called the Wargoyle falls out of the sky, and I think the idea, because Riku fights it on top of the cathedral.
Yeah.
I think the idea is that Riku knocks it out of the sky, and that's when it falls to Sora's level. Maybe is what they were going for.
Yeah.
But from Sora's perspective, it just looks like this gargoyle is just like, "Whoa! Oh, let's fight."
Yeah, well, I don't know. Sora's just along for the ride today, so he's fine with it.
Yeah, he fights it. We go up to the roof, and I mean, this feels like the least contextualized thing that we've seen so far. There, like, I don't like those cutaway flashback cutscenes, but I feel like we needed at least one more, because we go up to the roof and Frollo has a sword and he says, like, "Your mother died trying to save you, Quasimodo." And Quasimodo's like, "What?" And I'm like, in what way?
Yeah, cause I think it's implying Frollo murdered her or something, right?
Right. Did she die trying to save him from you?
That must be it, but I don't remember.
I have no memory of what this plot point is.
It's fine, whatever.
It's irrelevant. It means something to Quasimodo, and he... Oh no, I was going to say Quasimodo attacks him, but no, Frollo just charges at him and falls over the railing and lands on a gargoyle. Was this in the movie? I think this was in the movie.
Yes, and then, yeah, because it does... I specifically remember the weird part where he's holding onto it and the gargoyle comes to life and, like, breathes fire in his face, and then he falls off.
Yeah, like, smiles evilly at him and, like, breathes fire. He says some Christian-sounding stuff about judgment and hell and all that, and then he falls into the fire and dies. That's that.
This is he does this twice, it would appear, in this part of the game.
Yes.
Which is really confusing to me, but...
Yes, and I have stuff to say about that when we get to it, but...
Okay.
Quasimodo's dangling, Esmeralda pulls him up, Phoebus helps, they all smile at each other, Quasimodo makes them hold each other's hands, which means absolutely nothing to us.
Mm-hmm.
Because the romance storyline is absolutely not present here.
No.
It just looks like Quasimodo is rewarding the two of them by, like, playing matchmaker.
You're hot. You're both hot. You should be together.
And then they go back inside, and this is the part where Sora says, Quasimodo, you can't let your heart be a prison. And Quasimodo says, I know, I can't blame Frollo for putting walls around me.
I think you can, dude.
I think you really can.
I think you really can. Like, there's a lot.
Very much did do it.
Yeah, he literally did that. Apparently, he killed your mom. Like, this dude, he really did a number on you. It's okay. It's not.
I can't blame Frollo for the things that he did.
He's my master. Was my best friend.
God probably told him to do it.
Yeah.
Just like God gave him the Dream Eaters to kill us all with.
Sure, we don't know how he got them. It might have been the Christian God that gave him the Dream Eaters.
Probably God.
It's probably God.
He goes outside and says, or he's like, I'm going to go see what's out in the world. And he leaves. And Sora's like, cool. And then Sora turns to look at the altar, which, I mean, I get why they did this, but I don't know why they did it the way that they did it, because I can understand that Kingdom Hearts didn't want to have a giant cross and the Pieta.
Why not?
Because maybe there's some implications to bringing Jesus Christ into Kingdom Hearts.
I don't know. Let's just make Sora Jesus Christ at this point.
Ooh, that
Why
sounds
not?
fun.
That sounds
but
good.
Instead, there's like a big anime Jesus. I mean, I say anime Jesus. He's just like some guy in a robe, like with cool anime hair, standing on a big statue. And Sora's just like, wow, I'm religious now.
Wow, that's me.
There I am. Sora monologues about how Quasimodo was trapped in the nightmares that Frollo gave him or whatever. And then, finally, something happens. Mysterious Yellow Eyes Boy arrives and calls Sora a hypocrite and says, you're one to talk about making someone's heart a prison when yours is one, even if you're not the prisoner. Get it?
Bye.
And Sora says, wait, no, I don't get it at all.
My heart's a prison? What?
We get a little cameo here, though.
Yeah.
Vanitas is here for some reason.
Yeah, just kind of floating over his shoulder, over Mysterious Boy's
Sora,
shoulder.
He's not wearing a mask, right?
No, face is out.
Yeah, Sora has no thoughts on, like, oh, why did that guy appear next to him who looks just like me?
I think enough shit has happened to Sora at this point that he just, like, it all just kind of washes over him.
I mean, I guess at a certain point it has to.
Yeah.
Oh, that was weird. Anyway, he unlocks the sleeping keyhole, and that's Sora's part.
So this is definitely, this is when I started to think about, and it kind of gets addressed later on. I was like, none of this seems like a dream. It just seems like he's visiting worlds like he did in the other games. But Mysterious Boy is going to say something about that later, so maybe I'm onto something, or maybe I'm not.
Well, we'll talk about that when we talk about it.
Okay.
Because first, Riku has to watch the movie.
Oh yeah, it's Riku's turn.
This was pretty wild, because Phoebus is chasing after Esmeralda. Again, it's all kind of happening at the same time, so we're earlier in the timeline of the movie. And she uses magic to disappear in a puff of smoke?
I think it's supposed to be a smoke bomb, but it does not look like that in this cutscene.
It just looks like she has magic powers.
She's a witch. She won't burn, and she can she can disappear in smoke.
Yeah, I feel like she's maybe just decided to play into Frollo's misconceptions.
Maybe, yeah.
You think I'm a witch? All right, I will become one.
Frollo was right, like you said.
Yeah, unless I cut me saying that.
Right. But amplify me saying it.
No. So Riku pretends not to have seen her, and Phoebus goes away, and she thanks Riku for protecting her. This time he didn't go awkward, a girl is talking to me mode.
Right, he's more mature now.
Right, he learned, he got some tips from Shiki.
Mm-hmm. Or he's just not into Esmeralda. She's not his type.
Yeah, she's not anime.
Yeah, exactly.
What is with your weird body proportions?
Yeah.
Why are you so tall?
Looks like you could move around, like, without
Why
a lot
is your
of
head
problems.
so small?
Yeah.
She explains Frollo's hatred of her and her people, and she uses the keyword of darkness, and Riku's ears perk up.
It's like, oh, I understand that.
And I don't really remember I think that this is basically exactly how it happens, is that Riku's just like, oh, where can I learn more? And she says, well, go to the church if you want answers. Everyone goes to the church for answers.
Yep.
So Riku does.
Yeah.
And Quasimodo is there. They talk about Frollo. Quasimodo says how cool Frollo is. And says that he's on the outskirts of town, which Riku immediately knows exactly where to go.
Oh, the outskirts, perfect. I know my way around France.
Oh, just anywhere, like on the border of this giant city? Okay.
Yep, I'll go.
Quasimodo, who has not experienced growth and triumph just yet in this timeline, says that he's a monster. And Riku says, hey, looks can be deceiving. You should go outside and find some friends who would understand you. And then he does the same thing that Sora does, where he's like, are you sure that this isn't all your fault, Quasimodo?
Yeah, maybe it is. I do think that I think I'd still like Riku's part better here, because Riku at least starts like making connections between what's going on in Hunchback with like the themes of Kingdom Hearts.
Yes, whereas Sora has absolutely nothing to do.
Sora basically just like checks out for an hour and then leaves. And
yeah, I mean, did Sora do anything besides fight Dream Eaters?
No, he just fights Dream Eaters and says, "Wow, good job," a couple times.
Way to go, Quasi.
Yeah.
So yeah, Riku is like, I think that you should try to tear down the prison walls that you've built around your own heart. And then he leaves, and as he's walking out the door, he mumbles to himself, I wish I could take my own advice for once. Oh shit, he said it.
Yeah, and that's why I think this is like decent, because I think, yeah, I'm with you. I don't think they should be blaming Quasimodo so much, but at least Riku is a guy who has had trouble with like these types of things.
Yeah, you know, being manipulated and controlled by a person whose heart is ruled by darkness.
Yeah, he's been through the same stuff.
So Riku takes the bridge out of town to go to the outskirts, which is one house. And the Wargoyle is here, and there's a part where you have to like cross the bridge while it's shooting fireballs at you, and it's fine. Phoebus is protecting an unseen family from Frollo in an unclear way. When
he's standing there.
Yeah, Riku arrives along with the Wargoyle, and he says, here, I brought you this. And I think Phoebus is like, a demon! And Frollo's like, that is no demon. It is the righteous judgment that God has granted me to smite all of the Romani forever.
Right, and I did really like this. I'm like, yeah, that's what this dude would think if this happened to him.
Riku tells Phoebus that Frollo has big dark, and Frollo says, no, I don't have dark, I'm light, I'm good, God love me.
All right, time to kill these people.
Yeah, I think, doesn't the Wargoyle just like slam Phoebus against the wall like Pluto did to Sora?
Yeah, this is where I wrote Phoebus, more like feeble.
Nice.
Thank you.
Feeble ass.
Feeble ass.
And Riku says, you'll be fine, and goes to fight it. We get a little flashback where Frollo... Oh, yeah, this is a thing they mention, is like, Frollo called Phoebus back from the war or something, and says we gotta do ethnic cleansing, and Phoebus says, well, I don't know about that, boss.
But I guess I'll do a little bit.
And we cut directly to Quasimodo holding Esmeralda in the middle of the burning square.
Right.
Which doesn't at all like square with what Sora saw. So I think we have to assume that these are like different versions of the same world, in the same way that Traverse Town was, I guess.
Right, but then you talked about how the thing got knocked down to Sora by Riku, but that couldn't have happened if they're in parallel worlds.
Yeah, maybe the Wargoyle actually did just trip and fall off the building.
Oh, I'm clumsy.
Yeah, I don't know, but like there's other like sort of conflicts here. Like Phoebus in Riku's world doesn't get kicked out of the guard. He's never not wearing his armor.
Yeah, unless there's the timeline's all screwy. But yeah.
I mean, not to mention your point earlier, we do watch Frollo fall to his death twice.
Yeah, it's different this time, too.
Yeah, so I think that is a sign that they are not existing in the same world. There's no moment where, like, Quasimodo is like, oh, another kid said the same thing to me, and he also had a key.
That's true, yeah. It's not doing birth by sleep stuff.
Yeah, these do seem to be different versions of France.
Is Sora in the real world and Riku's in the dream? That would maybe. I don't know. We'll see. The Dream Eaters are in both.
Something to consider,
yeah.
So Riku, oh, that's right. Riku runs up to fight the Wargoyle, and first he turns to Quasimodo and says, "Did your heart have the answer?" And Quasimodo just smiles and says nothing.
He says,
"What the fuck this kid is talking about?"
He says ellipses.
I mean, yeah, like, seriously though, this is why when I played, I assumed, even though, again, it doesn't really square up, but when I played it, I assumed that it's all happening to the same characters, because it doesn't, like, I guess I'm just assuming because Quasimodo, like, has an arc that carries across both timelines, but it doesn't really make sense in either of them on its own. So I'm like, I guess if you add them up together, it makes sense that he experiences growth.
Well, I guess it goes to show that Riku and Sora had no effect on these people, so the story happens the same way whether they're there or not.
Yeah, which I think that might be part of the premise of the Dream Worlds, is that they're just kind of playing out the events regardless. I don't think it ever really gets into this, but I kind of got the sense, and I always sort of imagined it as, like, if Sora and Riku, like, left and came back later, it would just have reset and be going through it again. Because it's a dream. I don't know. That's how I always read it, but
I guess I don't know enough yet.
Yeah. So Riku, oh, that's right. Riku runs inside and sees the 3 talking gargoyles killing a Dream Eater.
Yeah, they've got bloodlust, and they just keep on killing them.
Yeah, and Jason Alexander is like, "Don't you worry about these. We got them."
They are made of stone, and Dream Eaters are made of... They look like stuffed animals, mostly.
They are basically plushies. So Riku is like, well, okay, I guess the gargoyles have this. I'll fight the boss.
Yeah.
Up on the roof, Frollo is watching the city burn and cackling. I will say, we have why is the city on fire?
Dream Eaters did it.
I guess so. Like, when we were down on the ground, there was just like a sort of orange glow in the air, but now the city is fully on fire.
Yeah, I mean, in the movie, I think the mob stuff gets out of hand, but we don't have any of that here.
Yeah, I mean, in Riku's story, he didn't even do, like, the bonfire at least not that we saw. She was already saved when we got here.
Riku was hanging out with Phoebus when that happened.
God, what a weird game.
Yeah.
He summons Wargoyle to fight Riku, and they fight. Oh no, sorry, they don't actually fight yet, because oh yeah, when the Wargoyle, like, takes flight, the sort of wind knocks him off the building into the fire, and he's just loving it.
Yeah, he's like, this is my judgment, or whatever, right?
I won!
Yeah.
I did it! And he drops his sword on the roof, rather, and the mysterious boy appears once again, alongside Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, from Kingdom Hearts 1.
That was wild.
But now he has a sword.
Right, the normal sword.
I did love to see him holding a sword.
Yeah, it was good.
Too bad he doesn't keep it. But no. Yeah, he says something like, oh yeah, he's like, that is the cost of yielding to the darkness. And Riku's like, oh, you would know. And he's like, I didn't yield to the darkness. I embraced it, okay?
It's different.
It's different. Shut up. Riku tells them to fuck off, and they do fuck off, but smugly.
Right.
And Mysterious Boy says that Riku's afraid of the dark, but Riku says, nuh-uh, I have the Keyblade, and it will guide me to the light, and as long as I have it, I'm not afraid of the dark. And then he fights the Wargoyle, and it sucks.
Does it? I have no idea.
Yeah, this is a bad one. You're like flying from the rising air in the heat or whatever. It's not good.
Okay.
Your Dream Eater party like can't really get to him, so they're not contributing at all.
That sounds bad.
Yeah, this is a bad boss fight. They're back on the ground afterwards. The city is no longer on fire, and it's perfectly fine. And Quasimodo says, you know, Riku, you showed me that the real walls were actually the ones that I built around my own heart. Thank you.
Yeah, it really was all my fault. It really has nothing to do with the lifetime of abuse I've had from my master, my friend.
Riku says, yeah, I was speaking from personal experience. And the others just say, they just go like, yeah, man, sometimes it's like that, huh? Bye.
Does this mean Riku thinks it's his fault that all that stuff happened to him?
I guess the charitable read of this is that it's not about blame. It's about being proactive and doing what's best to move forward in your life. Like, Ansem did what he did to Riku, and that sucks, but that's no reason for Riku to, like, you know, keep himself at a distance from his friends like he did in Kingdom Hearts 2. He has to just accept what happened and strive to be stronger, you know?
Yeah, and I guess it all happened in the first place because he didn't trust his friends enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's fine for Riku to feel this way about his own experience. It just continues to be weird that they keep putting that on Quasimodo.
A person they barely know.
Yeah. Riku unlocks the sleeping keyhole. And then something good happens.
Yeah, this is great. And game is good. Things started to make sense to me finally here.
Yes. Because we go to the clock tower in Twilight Town, and Axel is eating ice cream. This is not really happening. This is in his imagination.
Yeah.
He's eating ice cream, and Roxas is sitting there and says, hey, Axel, remember, you promised to always bring us back. Got it memorized? And Axel says, best friends forever. And then Lee wakes up on the floor in Ansem's computer room.
For some reason, he's wearing a dark cloak, and no one else is.
Yeah, the others... Okay. Axel and Isa, or I don't know why I mixed up their names like that. Lee and Isa were also apprentices of Ansem. They just joined after the others.
Yeah.
Maybe the idea is that, you know, in Birth by Sleep, they were their teenage selves, and we never saw a version of them where they're wearing, like, the lab coats.
Maybe, yeah.
So they were just like, well, are we really gonna give Axel, like, a new lab coat design, or are we just gonna have him wear his black coat?
Yeah, it does feel like maybe just a little bit of laziness, but that's fine.
Yeah, it's like a 10-second scene, so fair enough, but... Mm-hmm. He looks around, he sees his reflection, and something looks a little bit different about him, but he doesn't quite place it just yet. He sees Dylan alias Evan and big adult Ienzo waking up on the floor, and then he looks in the mirror again and he notices the little green marks under his eyes are gone.
Yeah.
And he basically understands, like, well, I put those on my face as a nobody. If I don't have those now, this is my original body. We're people again.
We're people again.
But he notices that he says, like, well, I'm not surprised that Xehanort's not here, but where are Braig and Isa?
Yeah. Yeah, well, we know where Braig is, we think.
I did cut the part in our final Recoded episode where I spoiled that Mysterious Boy was saying Saïx.
Yeah.
This is the moment where that is confirmed, is that he goes, and then the Kingdom Hearts reconnect or whatever. Yeah. He took Isa.
He took Isa. Or maybe Sayek's never actually died. I don't know. One of the two.
We did see him on the floor in Recoded.
You're right, yeah, so he took them. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is where I finally think I understand who the boy is, which is Zenmus died, and so did Ansem, so this is them recombining into, I guess, a young version of Xehanort. So it isn't Terra Xehanort, it's just a Xehanort.
I think that we've seen enough that I can officially confirm now that this is a young Xehanort.
It's weird that he ends up young, though.
There's stuff going on, and you'll understand why he's young. I will say, because when I asked you at the end of Recoded if you knew who this was, I think that I said that we did have enough information that you could have figured it out. We did get a little glimpse of this character on the Destiny Islands at the very, very beginning of Birth by Sleep.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I think it's just that I fell for the, I think, kind of clever thing they did, which is thinking that some of those scenes were flashbacks and not actually happening concurrently, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely hard to sort of ground yourself in the timeline with all the stuff they're doing, and I think that is on purpose.
Yeah, no, I think that's good, actually. I think this makes me realize that I think this means Terra's out there somewhere. Because obviously his is the... Well, actually, I don't know. Because we never saw a Terra nobody, unless Zenmus was his nobody as well as Xehanort's. Oh, man.
So I can tell you right now, because I was very curious about this myself, and I was wondering if this was a gigantic plot hole. It's never addressed, so the general consensus is that when Xehanort takes Terra's heart out, because he removes it to put it in a new vessel, as opposed to just, like, removing it in the way that it happens when someone becomes a Heartless, there wasn't a Heartless created, so there wasn't a nobody created.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit confusing because we think that we know what happens when a heart comes out of a body, but it's a different type of heart removal, I guess.
Well, it was kind of more like Xehanort crammed his heart in next to some of Terra's actual heart.
Oh, that's right. Oh, right, yeah, it's Xehanort's heart that comes out. Yeah, so there would be an old man Xehanort, heartless and nobody, but that is not the case.
Yeah. Because of
cramming. I get, he talks about like the process of removing a heart that a Keyblade master can do. I guess it's just a different process. It's more surgical, I guess.
Yeah, I was wondering if that meant like Zenmus as a nobody is kind of like Roxas as a nobody, where he's kind of a weird one because you had sort of two hearts in one body.
I think Xemnas is considered to be a quote-unquote special nobody for that reason, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Bad news, though, because Sora finds himself in a sort of familiar world, but not exactly. He says, wow, it's like I'm in Tron world, except it looks very sleek and modern.
I do think that Sora's new Tron outfit looks like shit.
It does. It looks very bad.
I love the old school one. I don't like this one.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the problem with it is that the original Space Paranoids costume was emulating a style of, like, digital world aesthetic that feels very retro.
Yeah, like retro video games look, yeah.
So this one is trying to imitate Tron Legacy, which feels extremely modern, which means that Sora just feels so wrong. Sora he should not be here.
Sora looks like he's playing laser tag or something. And it's funny because part of it's because they give him the weird shitty helmet. And no one else is wearing those. I think if you just had the bodysuit, I think if you just had the bodysuit, he'd look kind of okay. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah. That would have been cool. I wish he wasn't wearing the stupid helmet. It whatever.
I feel like they only do
I
it
hate this movie, so I'm fine with hating this world.
I feel like they only do it because of the thing they do later, where you see him in his old outfit.
Oh, right, yeah. He sees a recognizer, but he doesn't recognize it, which is pretty funny when you think about it. Been looking forward to saying that. He sees some cyber guards and runs up and says, "Hi, I'm Sora," and they immediately try to arrest him. He runs away and meets a cyber guy with 2 red discs who prepares to attack him.
You did miss, what's your handle? I don't have any handles, which is good.
I don't remember that. That's good. Thank you, Sora.
Yeah, I liked that a lot.
So we cut away, like, very nearby, like 20 feet or so away in the Uncanny Valley. Jeff Bridges, Olivia Wilde, and the other guy are watching.
Hey, his name is Sam, isn't it?
The character is Sam. I don't know the name of this actor.
Oh, yeah.
And they look at Red Guy and say, "Tron, he's alive."
It's funny to get that just in the first few seconds of this world when that's like, I think like a mid-movie twist.
Yes, that Tron in Tron Legacy has been reprogrammed from our funny friend into a dumbass idiot named Rinzler.
Rinzler's the worst fucking name. What is that?
Yeah, that's his punishment.
Because like, I mean,
Clue said, "You are my enemy, now you will have a stupid name."
It sounds like you're too drunk to say Riddler. And like, I don't get it because like most names in Tron are like vaguely computer terms or technology terms. Rinzler's fucking nothing as far as I know.
I'm on r/Tron. Anyone know what the name Rinzler means? Very cool sounding, but I wonder if it has any meaning.
That's wrong.
Okay, hold on.
Rinzler.
J.W. Rinzler, a film historian and writer known for publishing books about the behind the scenes of blockbuster movies such as Star Wars and Indiana Jones.
Jesus, who could care? I mean, this is bad. Like, why name Tron that though?
Yeah, what is the connection? He worked at.
He was a Lucasfilm executive editor.
Yeah, he was involved with Lucasfilm.
Okay.
Is Tron Legacy Lucasfilm?
Wow, what a touching tribute to Mr. Rinzler.
Yeah, to have the beloved character of Tron become evil and named Rinzler.
Yeah.
We have to kill Rinzler.
Oh, thanks, guys. I love it.
Rinzler must be stopped. Fuck that guy.
Hey. It's starting to feel a little personal, everybody.
And his books are bad.
What? I
didn't even know that the character was writing books.
Everyone loves the novelization of like Police Force or whatever those. That's LucasArts, not Lucasfilm. My bad.
Yeah, I think it said it was books about like the production of these movies. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe his books are great. I don't know why they decided that was the way that they would tribute Rinzler. That's so weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fine name for a person.
Yeah, it is. It's just not.
If I met someone named Jonathan Rinzler in person, I would think absolutely nothing of it.
No, it's not a name for Tron. His name was Tron, and now it's Rinzler.
Right. That's the thing, because he was renamed from Tron, so you assume that it's some kind of like computer word, but you're like, what does that mean? Is it like, when you defragment your hard drive, it has to run the Rinzler.
It's the Rinzler effect. Yeah, I don't know. Just a guy.
The installation Rinzler is not finished running.
Yeah.
Very strange. So yeah, for anyone who's not familiar, I do vaguely remember what happens in this movie, since I have seen it somewhat more recently than Hunchback. Jeff Bridges is Kevin Flynn, who is the protagonist of the first movie. He was one of the people who built this digital world. His son, Sam Flynn, comes to find him because he disappeared, and Sam finds out that he got sucked into the digital world. Olivia Wilde's character is extremely stupid, and we'll get there in a little bit. I don't need to get into that just yet.
Sam, maybe the most milquetoast character of all time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I think the only other thing that is worth knowing right now about the plot of Tron Legacy is that Jeff Bridges' character has like a digital copy of himself named Clue, who I'm pretty sure was in the first movie. I think that might have been his avatar. Oh god, it's been too long since
I think
saw
it's
the
like,
original Tron. I shouldn't
like
guess.
Clue is friendly, I think, in the first movie. Yeah,
But now Clue is evil, and I think they say that he like did a coup on the Master Control program, maybe.
Yeah.
He's in charge, basically, and he has exiled Kevin.
I think that Kevin had put him in charge, and then he just went bad, I believe.
Yeah, I don't really remember why he turned evil. It's fine. It's stupid. So Rinsler gets a call on his helmet and leaves without fighting Sora after all. And Sora doesn't know who he is yet. And the others walk up and look at the Keyblade. Olivia Wilde's character is named Quora. Not like the website. There's 2 R's.
Yeah, I wonder what she was named after.
Quora.
Yeah.
She is very impressed by this new program and its cool key sword. But Sora says, I'm not a program, I'm a user, and this is the Keyblade, and it's real. And he says, so is this Tron's world? And Kevin says, that was Tron. I created this place with Tron, then Clue staged a coup, and I was exiled, and Tron was reprogrammed into the evil Rinsler, who is a bad author.
That's right. Sam, I got a fun fact about Cora's name.
Okay.
Cora's name has an Italian origin meaning heart. Kingdom Hearts.
When you walk away, you don't hear.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think they did that on purpose so that they could be in Kingdom Hearts eventually.
Yeah.
Sora doesn't understand anything that they're saying, by the way.
No.
But he says, well, if Tron is evil now, we should fix him.
Yeah, and
Kevin says we should look for a copy of his source code that Clue probably has. And Sora says, I don't know what that means, but I'll go. And he just starts walking off. And they're like, where are you going?
Yeah, right, yeah. I'm sorry, I got distracted because I just learned that there was a TV show called Tron Uprising.
Oh. I didn't know about that.
Disney.
I knew there was like a visual novel that I think came out recently or is coming out soon.
It was on Disney XD, and Elijah Wood was in it.
Oh.
What the fuck is this?
Is it a crossover with Spy Kids Game Over?
I don't know. There were 19 episodes, and then it was canceled or not renewed. It said after
America's got Tron Fever.
It's sent after the events of Tron Evolution, before Tron Legacy. And
Tron Evolution?
And then there's the graphic novel Tron Betrayal.
What is all this What is Tron Evolution?
I don't know. I'm clicking. That was a video game that came out that's before Tron Legacy.
Is it a Wii game? It sounds like a Wii game.
It was PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC, and on PSP and Nintendo Wii and Nintendo DS.
Okay, it was an everything game.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
What is
Disney was really trying to make this happen, huh?
Yeah, well, I guess, Sam, you and your brother know what you can do if you don't want to do Doctor Who for a little bit. Get deep into Tron.
Tron whichever.
Yeah.
God. No, I was thinking the other day, I wish that I could watch more Doctor Who.
Yeah, Doctor Who's good sometimes.
I've been liking it. I've been having such a good time. I'm like, I wish that I was allowed to watch more than one new episode a week.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Anyway, so Sora and Quora decide to go look for the source code while Kevin and Sam just go unclear other place.
They go off to do Tron Legacy.
I guess so. Clue looks at a data disk projection of Sora and his Keyblade that Rinsler gave him, and we go, uh-oh, Rinsler's evil in this.
Yeah, oh no. This is where I realized a little bit before the plot did that this isn't even the same Tron, clearly.
Yes, this is a great time to explain what is going on here, because we know from Kingdom Hearts 2 that Ansem got a copy of the NCOM system and repurposed it into an operating system for his computer. So that is what the Space Paranoids was, is the copy that Ansem made. This is the original system that the copy was made from. So this is like what his system could have become if they had continued developing it. So all of this stuff, look, I hate Rinsler in the movie. I think that it doesn't work at all, and it's really stupid. And the part at the end where he goes, "I fight for the users," and just has an inexplicable change of heart is so fucking stupid. This makes even less sense, because this isn't Tron that Sora knows. This person has never met Sora.
Yeah, I guess their hearts are resonating across time and space or something.
I guess I have to accept that. Maybe it's like when Hayner, Pence, and Olette felt that they had some kind of connection to Sora. His heart is just like leaking emotions at all times.
Yeah. Your heart recognizes a friend.
I guess so. And Tron sees him and says, "Hello, Master." And Sora says, "Good to see you, Master."
Good to see you, Master.
Sora and Quora arrive on Clue's ship or whatever, and they look for the source code, and then they give up. And as they're about to leave, Rinsler shows up, and Sora says, "Wait, let me talk to him. Maybe I can jog his memory with a heart-to-heart. Don't you remember being Tron, Rinsler?" And then Rinsler attacks them, and he and Quora have a really stupid, like, disc fight cutscene.
Yeah. I remember...
Not great.
I remember thinking it was very cool when I saw this movie. What was wrong with me?
Here's the thing. There's a lot of stuff about this movie that I think is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the score by Daft Punk is very cool. The set design, the visuals are very cool. The fact that a lot of this is like practical effects, like they're wearing actual like light up suits and not just CGIing on digital effects, is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that there is a lot of good stuff about the movie, just none of it is related to the plot or the characters.
Yeah, I guess I was 19 when this movie came out, so that might explain some things too.
I have learned from looking up clips of it to compare and try to make some sense of what the hell is going on YouTube. There is a very, very vocal and very, very, very defensive fandom for this movie.
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's a piece of... Well, I'm going to say it's a piece of media, so of course there's people that defend it, and also it is about spontaneous waifu generation.
Yeah, it's always funny whenever there's a group of people who like are a community that is defined by liking something that is not really that well liked. They just get so defensive, and every comment on every video is like, Disney should be ashamed of themselves for not letting this movie be the flagship franchise it should whatever. But God, yeah, I've seen people in the comments be like, "I watch this movie once a week." I'm like, what?
Oh, that's horrible.
I was looking up the final scene with Kevin Flynn confronting Clue, and so many comments were talking about how it makes them cry every time they watch it. I'm like, how much are you watching Tron Legacy?
Imagine you just doing the worst idea of all time to yourself, like voluntarily and loving it.
Oh my God. I mean, look, if you like this movie, it's fine. I just don't.
Yeah.
No offense to the people who love this movie. I just can't understand it. Yeah, Tron Rinsler knocks Quora out and locks Sora in and takes her away. And who should arrive but young Xehanort, who says some really dumb shit. I mean, he is grasping at this point to try to tie things in. He's like, "We often put the most precious of our memories in the back of our minds where they're safe, or in your case, the most precious hearts."
Sora, don't you get it? You've got people in your heart. Just say it at this point, young Xehanort.
What does that mean? We put our most precious memories in the backs of our minds where they're safe.
That's a good point. That's just gobbledygook.
When I have a really good memory, I like to put it on the brain shelf and forget about it so that I can never forget about it.
Yes, I go into my mind palace and I go past Christmas memories and there it is. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it's nothing.
That's why you always have to think so hard to remember the things that matter the most. Where did I put that?
Yeah, what are
shit?
Yeah, what are my values? I don't know. Anyway,
good news though, because it's one of our favorite guys, Zemnis is here.
Yeah, Zemnis is
Yay!
cool. I am like wondering how these people are all here, but I'm assuming that's what Kingdom Hearts 3 is about.
Yes, very much. He says some wild shit because he says that hearts are deeply linked to memories, but digital worlds don't work the same because there aren't hearts. The memories are, stored in data. He reveals what we already talked about, which is that this is a copy, or no, this is the original data that Ansem made a copy of. And he says, like, you can make copies of data and reprogram it however you want. The way that he demonstrates this is by making copies of Sora that face in different directions.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a fight, but it's just a demonstration.
I could program you to look left, right, forwards, or even up.
It's kind of like a tech demo.
And he says, have you ever noticed, I don't know if we've talked about the fact that Zemnis has a really odd way of speaking where he uses words and phrases that feel very unlike the way that other characters talk in these games.
In what way?
He says here, can you say for sure that what's in your heart is not a copy of someone else's? You had better make certain that the box's contents match what is on the label.
Yeah, he is like, he tries to be very, like, droll a lot of the time. You're right.
Yeah, he says stuff that is, like, weirdly mundane, talking about the label on the box. Yeah. It's very strange. He has a very different vibe from a lot of the characters, which I do like, even if I don't quite get what they're going for.
Yeah, the PO number on the invoice has to match. God, I gotta get back to my emails.
That's true. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's corporate speak.
Yep.
So Sora doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
No.
What else is new?
No, yeah, but that's Tron. Shut up.
And we get a very interesting line from young Xehanort, who says, "Don't you understand yet, Sora? This world is not the realm of dreams, because Data can't dream. You have no idea that you've already wandered off the path, do you?"
I think that Kingdom Hearts Recoded would disagree with you maybe about Data not being able to dream and stuff. But yeah, this doesn't seem like a dream. Apparently he's not in a dream.
Yes, this is interesting. Unlike the other worlds, Tron Legacy in Dream Drop Distance is not a dream.
He's in a computer on Earth, I guess.
I guess so. I assume that what's going on is that the world that NCOM exists in was probably swallowed by darkness, and the grid sort of went with it. But, I guess I understand the logic of, like, a computer can't dream, so it's still just running. The data world is still here.
Yeah. I will say, like, if these are supposed to be dreams other than this one, and I've misunderstood that, it's too bad they don't lean into it being dreamlike and strange and different in some ways.
Yeah, I think that comes across mostly through the reality shifts, just as a concept, even if what they actually are isn't even really that interesting. Like, I didn't even mention what the Notre Dame one is, which is just you can, like, create a grind rail to grind around on.
Yeah, because I think, like, if I were in charge of making a Kingdom Hearts game, which I should be, then what I'd be doing in this game is, like, the plot of these movies isn't happening right because it's a dream, and, like, weird stuff keeps happening, and, like, Sora and Riku help get it back on the path.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, that's what I thought this was going to kind of be, and then that's not it at all. It's just Kingdom Hearts again, but apparently dreams.
Yeah, it's weird though, because I mean, again, we have more Disney Worlds ahead, so
Sure.
we'll kind of settle into a rhythm. Part of what's so odd about this is that we start with Traverse Town, which is not like that at all, because it's dealing with the World Ends With You characters and whatever Joshua is doing and all that stuff. Then we go to Notre Dame, which is it is what most of these worlds will be, which is a dream that plays out the events of whatever movie the world is based on. Then we go straight to the grid, where we find out that this is not actually a dream because Data can't dream, apparently, which, I mean, fair enough. I would, if you asked me, can Data dream? I would say, what? No.
Huh? You trying to sell me?
It's funny how Kingdom Hearts works, that you say Data can't dream, and I'm like, hey, of course it can.
Yeah. If it has a heart.
Is the computer crying? Because if so, it definitely can dream.
Yeah, if you made the computer sad, does the computer understand hurt?
Does it want a can of beans? We've gotten 3 dream worlds so far, and only one of the 3 works in the way that most of them do, which is kind of odd. But young Xehanort leaves with Xemnas, and the ship flies Sora to an arena where he has to fight Rinzler. Oh no!
Oh man, my friend.
No, my friend who doesn't know me and I haven't met him before. Clue is here. Here's a fun thing about Clue in the movie Tron Legacy. Because the idea is that Jeff Bridges, as a human being in the computer world, of course, has aged. So he arrived as a younger Jeff Bridges, and now he's Jeff Bridges. But Clue is an avatar of him, so Clue will not age with him. So they did digitally de-age Jeff Bridges for Tron Legacy to be Clue.
Yeah.
But oh my god.
No, it looks bad. I remember what it looks like.
So the way that they made the younger Jeff Bridges, because you might think, well, they have all this footage of a younger Jeff Bridges from Tron at the age that he would have been.
Right.
Can't they just use that? No, they took his likeness from a 1984 romantic thriller called Against All Odds.
Okay.
They just, dug up some, not particularly well-liked or well-remembered movie that he was in the 80s. And we're like, yeah, we can reconstruct him.
That's
so
bizarre.
Weird.
Why? Yeah. Huh. I guess maybe they didn't like the lighting of how he looked in the original Tron or something. I don't know.
Yeah. God, I don't know. But whatever the case, Dream Drop Distance really captures the sense of a digitally de-aged live action actor.
Yeah.
Looks very bad.
It looks a little bit like Polar Express to me.
I never saw it, but I do know what it looks like.
It's the most Uncanny Valley movie ever made, I think.
I can only think of the Neil Cicierega video where he said that Tom Hanks stars as a Tom Hanks puppet.
It's correct, yeah.
So Clue tells Sora that he will change Rinzler back into Tron if Sora hands over the Keyblade. I don't really remember why he... Oh, okay, so that's right. The plot of the movie is that Clue wants Kevin Flynn's data disk that's on his back so that he can open the portal to the real world and go to the real world and, rid it of imperfections.
Yeah, be a real boy. Yeah.
So I guess, I don't think they really spelled this out very well, but I guess the idea is that he thinks that if he gets the Keyblade, he can just go without needing to get the data disk.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think, yeah, right, because the Keyblade opens doors, so.
Yeah, and Sora says, I can't. I promise to give it to Jack Sparrow when I die.
Right.
So Clue leaves, and Rinzler starts attacking him. Quora shows up outside and says, don't give up, you can get through to him. And they fight. And then we get a little... Yeah, you mentioned this earlier. We get a little vision. Sora kind of flickers back to being space paranoid Sora.
Yeah, which is kind of cool. But so I guess just Tron resonates with that somehow.
Yeah. And Sora... Oh, I wasn't going to say what all the reality shifts are, but I have to say what this reality shift is, because in the grid... you do a hacking reality shift. Of course, now that we know that that this is not a dream, we know that Sora is actually hacking.
Right, yeah.
Good for him.
Good job. Hacker Sora. Just like Hacker Mickey.
A little bit weird, though, that Sora does hack Tron into being his friend.
Well, he did say he would hack... Yeah, I mean, they talked about this before. Tron's down with that.
It's just a little weird that he does effectively just, like, brainwash Rinsler into being his pal.
It is strange, yeah.
He fills Rinsler with memories that don't belong to him.
Yeah.
And then Rinsler dies for him.
And Rinsler dies for him and becomes Rinsler again anyway.
Okay, this is so funny because Clue appears and attacks Sora, and Rinsler jumps in to protect him, and he like deflects Clue's disc attack, and the floor under his feet is shattered, and he falls, and Sora reaches out to him, and he reaches up to grab Sora's hand, but it's too late, he falls, and he probably dies, except then Clue is just like, ugh, now I have to go retrieve him.
I gotta go down the stairs and bring him back up, and it's gonna be a real pain.
Which is funny because in the movie, this is sort of gesturing to the part where they're like flying their sci-fi planes, and Rinsler suddenly goes, "I fight for the users," and like crashes his plane into the enemy, and they all fall and die.
Yeah, right.
Very funny to repeat the thing of Rinsler having a change of heart and falling, but then Clue is just like, now I gotta go get him.
Yeah. I liked this part because this is the first time I get to see some gameplay of Sora fighting with the Keyblade he got from the Hunchback, which is a Keyblade that has a bell on it, and every time he hits Tron, a little bell sound plays, which is fantastic.
I don't think I ever used the Hunchback Keyblade. It is kind of disappointing that Riku and Sora, with like one or two exceptions, always get the same Keyblades as each other. And
yeah,
I
and
think
it was a very goth Keyblade. I was surprised. It's like a goth Keyblade with a bell on it. But yeah, when you hit Tron with it, it makes a cathedral bell sound.
It does probably look a little bit more goth because it is using the color scheme of the grid.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. All right.
Although it is, it's got like a gargoyle and it's like a big black tower with the bell on it. Yeah.
I guess that's literally gothic, like architecture.
But yeah, it is kind of similar to Birth by Sleep, where it's like, oh, this one enhances your magic. Well, I just don't use that much magic, so I'm going to use the one that does more attack damage. Although that's probably a mistake in Dream Drop Distance, because you might like to know what is the unquestioned most powerful ability in Dream Drop Distance. Possibly the most broken ability in all of Kingdom Hearts is the spell Balloonra.
Oh no.
Where you summon a big cluster of balloons and then hit them at your enemy, and it just does a massive chunk of damage.
Why?
I think that they maybe... I feel like I've heard that there's sort of a bug with how the damage is calculated. Like maybe there's supposed to be like some kind of elemental resistance with most magic, but the balloons are like normal type damage, so it just does way more than they probably intended it to.
That's really funny.
Yeah, but in much the same way that when we watched the fight against the mysterious man in Birth by Sleep, the secret boss, how all the footage was showing just like an alternating deck of like Thunder Surge and Kiragas.
Right.
You will usually see people by the end of Dream Drop Distance just have a deck of like all Balloonras and Kiragas.
That's good.
Very silly. So Quora shows up and says, "Congrats, you troned him." And she says, "Your key must have a really cool power." And he says, "Yes." And Quora, "You have the power to make me see that." And she says, "Are we friends?"
Yay, friends.
If this is not clear yet to anyone listening who hasn't seen this movie, Quora is not a human being. And we will get into exactly what she is very shortly. But yeah, Jesus Christ.
A spontaneously generated waifu. That's what she is.
Pretty much. We just cut to Sora standing alone somewhere. It's not. I don't know where he is now. And he just says, "Is it possible that my memories really aren't my own?" Well, I'll just keep going forward and trust that my heart and the Keyblade will lead me to the truth. And he unlocks the sleeping keyhole for the grid.
That usually works for him.
Yeah. We get another Lee cutscene, though.
Mm-hmm.
They're like looking all over Ansem's library or his study or whatever, trying to find any clues as to where Braig and Isa might be. Alias mentions that Dylan and Evan are still unconscious. I think that there is an explanation for that at some point that might just be like, they died really hard as nobodies.
Right.
I might be wrong about that. I feel like I remember reading that in some report somewhere. But Lee basically says, like, I don't think the others are coming back. And Ienzo goes science mode. This is a fun recurring thing with Ienzo that we'll find, is that he loves to think and theorize, and Lee has no time for it, basically.
So yeah, I gotta go just find him, dude.
He's like, people who are recompleted normally would return to where their heart was removed in the first place. If that world is unavailable at the time, a refuge exists for them in the realm between, called Traverse Town. Perhaps, and Lee is just like, whatever, shut up. He's like, let's not get lost in the weeds of that. We all were recompleted. They should be here too, which means that they're gone for some reason. Mm-hmm. And he says, I guess I have to bring them back. Why do I always get stuck with the icky jobs? He said it. He said his catchphrase.
He did. The other one.
The other, not the big one, the smaller one.
Smaller one, yeah.
I did want to say, by the way, something that because this podcast is in a weird place with spoilers, sure, where I really try not to spoil stuff, but there's some things that it's very hard to keep track of what happens when and what we know when.
Yeah, fair.
And I definitely have talked about my theories about Ienzo before.
Yeah, right. Oh, right.
And I was wondering if that ever like raised a flag in your head of like, why would Ienzo matter? He's dead.
No, I knew that some of them came back.
Okay.
Just because I know people talk about Axel, and so I knew he'd be back at some point. Mm-hmm. I didn't know they'd all come back though.
Yeah. I have to say, I never expected to find out that when you kill a nobody, they just come back as a person.
Yeah, it seems weird. Feels like a real loophole in being able to live forever.
Yeah, I guess it's, becoming a heartless and a nobody is not supposed to happen, I guess. It's kind of like against nature.
True, it's not easy to happen. Fair.
Yeah, so when it's undone, you kind of just get slammed back together, and it's like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, I guess we'll probably deal with more of the weirdness of how then, what about if your nobody got itself a heart while you were out, and then you come back to it? What does that do to you?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Who's nobody got a heart?
Didn't kind of Axel start to get one before because he was starting to like feel emotions and stuff?
Okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I guess we'll keep an eye out for that.
Yeah. I guess maybe just came back into his real heart. I don't like recompleted I don't like that word. That's dumb. And then doesn't Axel look at the wall and see the Door to Darkness note on the wall before we cut away? Yeah,
he looked at it meaningfully, but I didn't really know what to make of that.
I assume he's going to try to use the Door to Darkness to find Isa and Braig.
Maybe. I don't really remember what's going on there.
Which the Door to Darkness is just, isn't that Space Paranoids?
So the DTD was like Ansem's secret files database or something.
Right. Oh, so he's going to check the files database, try to find them.
Maybe. It was also it was named after the Door to Darkness, which I think is very literally just like the path to the realm of darkness.
Oh, okay.
If I remember correctly.
All right. Okay.
Riku is going to go to Tron now. Good for him. Unlike Sora, he decides to let himself get arrested and just see how it plays out.
And it plays out great because he gets a cool bicycle.
Yeah, he gets to meet the bland heartthrob of Sam Flynn.
the empty vessel,
vaguely handsome-looking man.
The little bit of meat filling up this suit called Sam. Yeah.
Who is also being arrested, and he says, "Hi, I'm Sam. I'm being arrested. Welcome to the grid." Clue takes Riku to the game center or whatever, and says, "You're gonna have a light cycle battle. Have fun."
How is this a perfect society where? Well, never mind. If I got arrested and then it just meant I got to do a cool light cycle race, that seems better than what we were doing. So, who am I?
It's more of a death game, but
yeah, but it seems fun.
Well, I can tell you from experience, this fight is not fun.
Oh no.
It's a tricky proposition when you decide to mix it up with Kingdom Hearts, because it's like you put so much time into making the Keyblade combat fun, and then you said, well, what if you couldn't do almost any of your abilities?
Right.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this part. It's not super long, but it is pretty long, and I think I did die a few times, which made it extremely long, and that's why I hate it.
It didn't look like you could heal, so maybe that's part of the problem.
No, you cannot heal, and the boss shows up at the very end, and then, in my experience, kills you. And you go, great, I'm glad I have to do the whole thing over again.
Yeah.
But Riku eventually decides that it sucks and just blows a hole in the wall and leaves. The hole is kind of shaped like a butt.
Oh, I thought it was a little heart.
I think it's supposed to be a heart, but it's a very bottom-heavy heart, I'll say.
Well, Riku is a teen. Maybe he was just making a butt.
That is very... Yeah, he blows a hole in the wall, and then he shoots a big dick into the wall.
Big dick, and then he gets caught because he was drawing the hairs.
Riku was the one who did the dicks.
Yep.
So Sam Flynn just catches up to Riku and is like, "Hey, congrats. Anyway, there's a portal that will let us leave the grid. And then my dad can come home. He vanished 20 years ago, and he had to go into hiding to protect his disc from Clue." And Riku says, "Okay, I'll go with you."
Makes sense. I'm down.
We then get another fucking Tron Legacy flashback. Or actually, I think this is the only one that we get, come to think of it. Maybe.
It is, yeah.
It's a very long scene from the movie of Kevin talking to Sam in his weird sci-fi apartment with the black tile floors and the extremely bright white furniture.
Mm-hmm.
And he's wearing his cyber Jesus robes.
Yeah, he looks like a Jedi most of the time.
He does look very much like a Jedi. He basically explains that when he came into the digital world, the portal closed behind him. It can't be opened from the inside. He says, it's open right now because you came in, but it's not going to be open forever, so we have to get back to it. He says that his disc can open it and get back out, but he can't take the risk because that would allow Clue to leave. I don't really remember why it is that the portal is open, but we need the key to open it.
Yeah, I don't know. Plot.
Whatever. Maybe the idea is that if Clue gets the disc, then the portal will think that he is Kevin and let him leave.
I think that's right. I think it'll think he's a guy and let him out.
Basically, the drama here is that Kevin says it's too dangerous. I can't take any risks. I'm just going to live here in this little hole forever so that Clue can never get my disc. And Sam is like, you're a coward, and he leaves. That's that.
He's practicing disc retention.
He's enlightened. He has Jedi powers. We'll see later.
That's true. Yeah, that's from all the disc nutrients.
Yeah. They get to the city ? And this is unbelievable. And I feel like when you do this, you fucked up, because Sam is like, okay, I'm gonna go look for someone. You just kill some time. And he just leaves, and we just fast forward, and Riku is just hanging out here, just waiting. And then some Dream Eaters show up, and he goes, "Glad I get to fight more than boredom."
Right, like, funny quip, but it is like you're just admitting that you kind of like show plot and then have a fight. You didn't,
Right.
Didn't have a reason for it this time.
Maybe take another pass at that one.
Yeah.
Just something to consider. So after he fights them, he eventually finds Sam and Kevin carrying an unconscious Quora. Riku says nothing about this unconscious woman that they're carrying.
Yeah, he and Sora have just seen too much shit, so they just roll with stuff like a little too easily now.
And at this point, I'm going to start seriously glossing over shit because it doesn't matter. Kevin says, we're going to go find a solar sailor and get to the portal, okay? Flashback. Like moments before this, Quora is unconscious. They're in like an elevator or something, and Kevin's disc is gone. And they argue about it, and Kevin is mad at Sam, and we don't really know why. And then Kevin says, we should just do nothing. Actually, let's get a solar sailor. And I say, hey, I remember that. They just said that. Thanks.
This is when I could sense this didn't matter and started making my coffee this morning.
You're goddamn right.
Yeah.
They sail solarly while they work on fixing Quora. This is where we learn what Quora is. Kevin says he didn't write her code. She is the last of her people. An ISO, digital people who manifested spontaneously into this world.
Yep.
That's stupid. You know what else I hate about this, and I always have? Why would they be called ISOs? That's already a computer word.
Right, isn't an ISO like it's like a copy of your like a CD, basically?
Yeah, it's basically like, like a file that is a CD, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why they use something that already exists. He's like, she is the last GIF, a girlfriend interface female.
That's more accurate.
Clue believed that the ISOs were an imperfection, so he wanted to kill all of them. Kevin says, this is all my fault. I was so busy looking for perfection, I didn't see that it was right in front of me. And he looks at his son, and I'm sure that's really meaningful in the movie. Mm-hmm. And then Riku... I can't explain this. I'm curious if you thought this. This doesn't make any sense because it's a video game, but it sounded like ADR.
Yeah, I mean, they maybe recorded it later on a worse microphone.
It's like way louder and way flatter when Riku is like, wow, we have to fight Clue. You know, if you look too hard for one thing, you miss everything else.
I don't think I noticed it, but yeah, it's probably just like a re-record in a different location.
Riku basically draws a parallel between Clue and Xehanort. Xehanort was obsessed with answers. Oh my god, he says that any one of us could create an Ansem Seeker of Darkness if we're not careful.
It's true, though.
I disagree. I don't think I could do that.
Yeah, I guess. Well, that's a good point. Okay, fine.
They get to the portal, or no, they don't. God damn it, this is so fucking long.
Yeah, well, we can get to the portal, though.
Yeah, is there anything at all?
The only thing that happens that I thought was worth talking about is the weird mantis Dream Eater that made me laugh really hard when it showed up, because it's...
Oh, yeah.
It's very goofy.
The big boss. Yeah, it's like a cyber moth praying mantis thing. There is a really stupid part here where Quora wakes up and she gives Kevin her disc and says, I have to go. And she just like runs away and immediately gets caught by the cyber guards.
Yeah. Which is probably in the movie.
Yeah, probably. Sam says a line that I'm sure is from the movie where he says, I'm a user. I'll improvise. So everyone who knows that is clapping. They get to the fucking portal, for Christ's sake. Rinsler is here, but Riku just like launches him off the edge of the ship, and I don't think he appears again.
Yep.
Rinsler just shows up and gets knocked off a cliff, and just, that's it. Thanks, Riku.
You just killed Sora's friend.
I don't think it even is a fight. I think it happens in a cutscene.
I think, yeah. No, it appears to.
Yeah. So, yeah, they get to the portal, and there's a boss fight, and Kevin says, you know, Clue, perfection is impossible, and also it's right in front of us. but you didn't know that when I didn't know that when I made you, so you don't know it either. And then Clue just kicks him in the stomach.
Yeah. I was pretty tired of his monologuing too, Clue.
Yeah. This part is so stupid because Riku, Sam, and Quora are all like standing around the portal, and then there's like a sort of walkway bridge type deal. And Clue opens this bridge up so no one can cross while he's standing with Kevin on the other side.
Right.
And this is exactly what happens in the movie, by the way.
Yes.
And he grabs the disc from Kevin, but he sees that he's been tricked. It's actually Quora's. They have his disc. And Kevin gets up and is like, leave without me. You have to go. You can't. There's no way for me to get out. You just like opened a bridge. Like you couldn't contrive any better way for him to have to sacrifice himself.
Right.
So stupid.
Yeah. And we haven't really been convinced. I'm not convinced they can't just go fight Clue still.
Right. And also, like, yeah, why can't they fight Clue? And moments later, we see Kevin use, like, Jedi powers. Are you telling me he can do, like, a giant force push, but he can't jump across a fairly, like... It's, like, a pretty big gap. I couldn't jump it, but...
Yeah, what were those force powers? That I did not remember.
I do remember that happening in the movie. I don't remember why he can do it, but... Yeah, because what happens is... Kevin is like... the bridge tragically disappeared and there's nothing we can do, so you have to leave and I'm making a dramatic sacrifice and it's sad. And you'll cry every time you watch this once a week. And Sam takes the disc. He does the pose from the poster where he holds it above his head. And Quora is standing next to him like a woman. And they go through the portal. And Clue jumps across the gap and he tries to go through the portal while he still has time before it closes. But Kevin does like a fucking... Deus Ex Human Revolution like fist punch onto the ground and makes like a big magical gust of wind
that does something.
Yeah, it's weird because it's like a shockwave out, but it pulls Clue into him and he like absorbs him.
That's right. Yeah, he reabsorbs himself,
which I don't know why that would be how that works, but that is what happens in the movie. And Riku is just watching all this and he just thinks to himself like, you know, passing gates between worlds really challenges and changes you. There's more trials ahead than anything. All right. And he unlocks the sleeping keyhole and that's the grid.
Woof.
Woof, indeed. Well, we never have to talk about that again.
Yeah. Why'd they do this to my Tron? Our good sweet boy.
He doesn't even dance once.
Yeah.
It was sad to see him fall to his death once. We had to see him fall to his death twice.
Yeah. This would have been the best time for him to dance. We could have had Daft Punk music and he could have danced to Daft Punk.
I mean, if they're not putting Hunchback of Notre Dame music in this, they're definitely not putting Daft Punk music in it.
That's true.
That'd be pretty good, though, if they go through the portal and Clue has been reabsorbed, and then Rinsler, like, climbs back up from the ledge, and he's like, all right, guys, it's time to party one more time.
and the two Daft Punk guys are there, and yeah, that'd be great.
Oh my god, if Riku got a Daft Punk dance party and Sora gets nothing...
What if the game that had the Daft Punk dance party was on the fucking 3DS?
Well, it's not, and it'll never happen, and that's the end.
Yeah.
What a mess.
Yeah, no, this part's not good. I'm actually like pretty favorable on this game so far, but this part sucked.
Yeah, these two worlds are pretty shit. I do like this game a lot, as much as it hurts my head. And it's only uphill from here, as I remember. Next time we'll be talking about Prankster's Paradise. I don't know why they didn't call it Pleasure Island, but it is the Pinocchio world. And we're going back to Traverse Town for some reason.
Maybe they were
I don't
uncomfortable.
know. I don't remember why, but we do go back to Draverstown, so I guess we'll.
Maybe they might have been uncomfortable
the...
talking about pleasure in a kids' game. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, they were comfortable talking about it in a kids' movie.
Different times, I guess.
We're going to Root Beer Island.
Where Pinocchio plays with tons of shit.
Yeah, that's that. I don't remember the order that we do all this in. Do we do Wish Us Duck? Do we dive to the wiki? Do we answer questions?
I think we should do Wish Us Duck first.
This is Wish Us Duck.
This is Wish Us
Duck.
Segment
Where we try to sound like Donald Duck.
I was thinking we would say, my heart is a prison. Or my heart's a prison. It's a little easier than normal, but sounds good. Unless you got something else.
Nice and short. Sometimes we deserve a break.
Yep.
I tried to get the upward inflection of the question, but it wasn't very good. Whoa. Yeah.
All right. Well, still better than what I'm going to do, probably. So. Oh, almost. Let me try that again.
That's not bad. I think that was one of your best.
Yeah, I think it was. Okay.
Not bad.
That's a good better. Yeah.
Not bad. Yeah, that's that. We do have some questions. This episode's running long, so I think we'll save some of them for next time, but we do have some questions for this time.
Okay, sure.
We've got one from you, which is, what is Jesus's nobody name?
Yeah. Well, I was thinking, Jesus exists now because of the Hunchback of Notre Dame in this world. And if he was a nobody, what do you think? I was thinking, what did I think it would be? Sedgux? Sedgux was what I was thinking, maybe? Sedgux.
Where's the second S?
Oh, that's right. Sesjux was what I had.
Sesjux.
Possibly, what was it? Essux?
Jesus X?
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, well.
I'll worship him. We have two questions from Sauce. They're similar. I think we'll do one this week and the other next time.
Okay.
What changes would Tetsuya Nomura make to the website formerly known as Twitter, but now known as Key? Well, that's the first one. Okay.
Well, he would probably... There'd be a lot more, like, artistic embellishment everywhere, probably. More like...
more plaid.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Everyone thinks of Nomura as the zippers guy, but he's actually moved on to plaid these days.
Okay, some plaid. Cooler symbols. Still X's. It's still X's, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the like button would still be a heart, but maybe it would be way, 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 way bigger.
Yeah.
Every tweet has the full-sized, like, moon of Kingdom Hearts as the like button.
Well, no, it's when you get enough likes, it, like, blossoms into Kingdom Hearts.
That'd be a good motivator for making good posts.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. He probably wouldn't do any of the stupid monetization from what I... Well, actually, never mind. He makes all his mobile games, so maybe he would.
I want to believe that Tetsuya Nomura himself, the human man, probably had absolutely nothing to do with the decision to fill Union Cross with gacha mechanics.
Sure. Absolutely no character limits with Tetsuya Nomura, because he's just going to let you write, like, as long as you want.
I mean, I think Elon already did that. Yeah,
right. But, yeah. I don't know. I think that's... What do you got?
Your Twitter circle would definitely be your Twitter heart.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't get shadow banned, you get banished to the void.
Right, yeah, there's a whole second there's a whole separate app that's for people who've been banned, the darkness.
The realm of darkness.
The realm of darkness where you only get to deal with other denizens of the dark.
Oh god. I mean that's basically what Twitter is now.
That's fair. Yeah, as far as I know, I'm not in there anymore.
Yeah, they recompleted all the Nazis who got banned.
That's true. Damn.
Really cool stuff. Thanks, Elon.
Thanks.
I wonder why I'm not on that website anymore.
Yeah,
we had another question, right? I think we got one on your post.
Yeah, I like this question. This is from Chell. It is, when I was little, the Hunchback of Notre Dame used to scare me very badly. Me too. I haven't played 3D, but I can imagine the Kingdom Hearts world is probably not quite so upsetting. True. No one sings horny songs about burning up a woman in it, so yeah, it's less upsetting. I do have a certain respect for some of the scary weirdness of the movies I watched as a child. So with that in mind, in October approaching, what part of Kingdom Hearts so far is the scariest? And which Kingdom Hearts world, if any, would be improved by making it more frightening or unpleasant? And I think this is like, I think the funny thing about Kingdom Hearts in general is the things happening in Kingdom Hearts should actually be very scary. It's just that the protagonists are constantly no-selling it, which is like a very kids movie thing, right? Like
absolutely.
If Sora was acting appropriately to all the things happening, this would be a horror game already, basically.
Oh yeah, I mean the scariest stuff that happens in these games is like the Ansem reports. I mean the way that Ansem, who turns out to be Apprentice Xehanort, describes like the shadows have begun teeming in the basement of the castle, and it's because he's been like experimenting on humans that they've presumably kidnapped from the town. I mean, there's one part where he says like, I have attempted feeding both living and non-living samples to the Heartless. And it's like, oh, God.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Like, all that stuff. And, like, also, like, Xehanort and all the shit he did to Ventus. Like, the child. He fucking, like, let that kid die. And, like...
Yeah, I think I did find... the end of the world part in Kingdom Hearts 1 a little bit scary. It's specifically the part where you're like visiting all of the worlds that you've been to, but they're like empty and it's just Heartless. There's no like characters there. Like that kind of freaked me out as a kid. It's very like unnerving, I would say.
Well, the end of Kingdom Hearts 2 gets like really bizarre and abstract, and like I think that, so, because, yeah, what's the scariest? I agree. It's the reports are the scariest. What I think would be maybe better by being more frightening or unpleasant is that end of Kingdom Hearts 2, because it's already really bizarre and dreamlike and, like, pretty weird what's happening to Sora and Riku during all that. And if you just twisted the knobs a little bit, I think it could be kind of cool and scary at the same time of them having to deal with all the truly bizarre things Zenmus is doing while he's fighting them.
I think... Hollow Bastion in Kingdom Hearts 1 could have been a lot freakier.
Oh yeah.
But right, you know what? You know what is like on the verge of being scary, but always like pulls back, is Data Twilight Town, the prologue of Kingdom Hearts 2. Like,
oh yeah, like the glitchy
parts
stuff.
where Roxas is like investigating the mysteries, and there's like shadow selves of him and balls like flying out of the wall or whatever, and then they just, Hayner, Pence, and Olette just walk over and they're like, huh, looks like it's your reflection. Let's go. And then, like, the reflection starts moving in the mirror or whatever, or the, like, waterfall thing.
He is a little bit in a creepypasta haunted video game.
Yeah. They always, like, play it for laughs, which is fine. Because, you know, it's kind of the sort of, like, exasperated, like, come on, guys, you're not looking, sort of thing. But, like, yeah, it conceptually, it is very freaky. And they don't really, like, take that tone with it at all. But I think it could have been cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Although I do really like the prologue as it is, so, you know.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, like, that's just not what these games are doing. But, yeah, I think it would be fun if they did it a little bit. Sometimes.
Yeah, so when they do Kingdom Hearts final _ last rendition _ really final _ seriously _ 2... I think that they could just leave it as is.
Good. Do you want to dive to the wiki real quick? Or
yeah, let's do a quick one.
Do we have time for that? Okay.
We got time for a quick dive to the wiki. Do we want to read about Warp the Hedgehog?
Yeah, I'd love to read about Warp the Hedgehog.
Warp is a 16-year-old hedgehog and one of the main protagonists from Heroes from an Old World.
Yeah, there's some things going on here. I would say, you can talk a bit about like the normal things, like his cufflinks that transform his hands into various weapons. It's virtuously limitless. The transformation scenes so far are a fire cannon, an energy sword, his personal weapon choice. And
why does a hedgehog have cufflinks?
And a machine gun. I don't know. He has them in the... I think, like, doesn't Knuckles kind of have them, maybe, on his...
I don't think so.
That stuff's all good, but I think the best part is his theme song, which is Blow Me Away by Breaking Benjamin. And then... And then if you want to see it, it goes line by line through the song and explains how that relates to the lyrical connection to his character.
That's so cool. I feel like something very similar happened on the Sonic Fanon wiki. I wonder if this could be the same person.
This is like that SpongeBob guy or whatever?
SpongeBob 100.
Yeah. Do you want to read it? You could.
No, this was made by Infernox.
Bummer. We could get into the lyrical connection to the character, unless you think that's just too much.
Yes, let's do a quick performance of that song.
I don't know how that song goes.
I do see that alias Warp. Okay, well that's his fucking name. Warpy by Nebula. E1006 Omega by Dr. Madness.
Dr. Madness. His whole family's dead, I'm noticing, except for his sister. That's not great.
Oh, Skizzy the Lizard has a crush on him.
Oh, that's cute. That must be the lizard in the photo with him at the top, maybe.
No, that's Nebula the Cedrian.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, the song goes, they fall in line, one at a time, ready to play. This could mean Dr. Madness's many E-thousands, but it can also refer to the enemies amassed against Warp during his life.
Ask me later, once I've decided.
The next line is, I can't see them anyway. Warp does not truly know who is a friend or foe in his life.
No time to lose. We've got to move. Warp is always on the run. No shit, he's a hedgehog.
I'm losing sight again. Warp's path to the truth is slowly blurring.
Sorry, skipping ahead. Only the strongest will survive. Warp knows the entire civil war in Joule is based on power.
Whoa.
Lead me to heaven when we die. Warp knows he will die eventually, and he hopes to find penance someday for the souls that he killed as E1006 Omega.
Oh, man. I want to go back to one, which is fire your guns, it's time to run. Warp has to lead civilians and his friends to safety no matter what.
I've skipped down to trivia. Warp has many similarities to other characters, although in his own spin.
Oh, although it's been implied that Scourge gave Warp his Scar of Darkness, it is unknown who truly gave him that scar.
That must be okay, because when we first were looking at this, I was like, why does it look like there's like a pencil hole in the paper that the picture of Warp was drawn on? That must be the Scar of Darkness.
That must be it.
Well, that's good. I think that's good for this week.
Yeah, I think it's good for this week.
You know, I said that we would probably not spend too much time on the Disney Worlds last week, and then it turns out we had a lot to say.
Turns out, yeah, I guess.
Oh well.
Yep.
That's how it goes. We are on co-host at Sounds About Light. I'm on co-host at Positive Stress. You can listen to my other podcast, Doctor Huh, where we're watching Doctor Who in a random order. And we just did our episode on the final episode of the 11th Doctor. And next time we're going to be talking about... Oh, it's another Matt Smith. That's right. It's The Vampires of Venice. We're going to be hanging out with the Palms again.
Nice. All right. I'm still catching up, but yeah, it's a fun show if you're not listening to it. I don't know who's listening to this that isn't listening to the other show.
I think it's a fun show if you are listening to it.
That's true. It usually is, yeah. I'm on co-host at Achilles Healy's, and you can listen to me on the F Plus. There's actually a new episode with me in it about r/fantasy writing, and I know I didn't say the catchphrase, and I'll find a way to atone. I'm so sorry.
Oh shit! Now you have to say all three of your catchphrases next time. Yeah. I haven't listened to that one yet. My girlfriend did tell me some stuff from it, and I'm very excited because it sounds like these people are really, really creative.
They are creative, yeah, it's true. There's a great sword.
That'll make a really nice double feature with the recent extra credit about world building.
Yeah, they kind of dovetail, yeah.
We're hosted on noisepace.xyz, where you can listen to other podcasts like my brother's podcast, Kamurocho Radio, about Yakuza. Infinite Wealth coming soon.
Wait, what? Is that a new show that's coming, or?
Oh, no, that's
the new game. Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. Yeah, all the trailers are starting to come out for it.
I thought maybe you were just saying like the show's really taken off, and pretty soon Jordan's going to leave by.
Yes, they have been picked up by RGG Studios as the new official Like a Dragon podcast, and yeah, most of the studio's budget is now going to them.
That's fair. That's a good use of it. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see how the game comes out now that they have no money, but it is what it is. You can also check out The Island Shuffle. It's one of my faves. You can check it's over, but you can check out City Girls Make Do, where they talk about sex in the city.
Yeah. And
you can also listen to The Worst Idea of All Time, where they talk about sex in the city.
Oh yeah, you could. And lose their minds.
They did an episode that was a double commentary track when they watched the movie twice in a row, Sex and the City 2, the movie. And I watched it once with their commentary track, and that movie is unfucking real.
Yeah, I can't believe that it exists.
Everyone should watch Sex and the City 2 once. Anyway, that's how I usually like to end these episodes, is by saying that.
Yeah.
Well, we've apparently got multiple Xehanorts in the mix, so there's never been a better time to say it. Keyblade.
Keyblade.
Keyblade. Nice. I do see in the table of contents for Warp the Hedgehog that there is a section called The Rockers of Jewel.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'll read that on my own time. Bye.
Bye.
Your heart, memories, your data, and your dreams. The bits and bytes that have made up your life so far. Can you say for sure they are not just copies of someone else's?
Yes! My memories and feelings belong to me!
You had better check. Make certain the box's contents match what's on the label.